Hey, Timothy, when we go visit your parents next week, should we bring something? How about a pie? Like apple pie or something? I think my parents will like it. How about some drinks? Should we bring them as well? No, it's okay. Are you sure? It's alright. If we ask them what they would like to have, they'll probably would say they don't need them. But there's something else I want you to be careful of, me and my family. What's that? Like manners? No, you don't have to be polite. Just don't use words like pregnant or children when you see them. It's taboo. What? Why? My parents live with my brother and his wife, right? Right. With your oldest brother, right? My brother and his wife can't have kids. Apparently, they're suffering from infertility. They've tried fertility treatments, but it didn't work. I see. We just got married, but they have been married for 5 years, and my parents are getting impatient. I guess they have high expectations from your parents because he's the oldest. I'm sure they do. That's why things are so tense there right now. They're very sensitive to any words that remind them of pregnancy. So don't use any words related to it. You never know who will get furious. I see. Okay, I'll be careful. Yeah, thanks. I'm worried about his wife. I don't know if I should say this, but it should be hard for her to live with them. Huh? His wife? Yeah, Abigail. I'm assuming she's the one who would feel the most pressure. Well, you're right. She seems to be very responsible. I think she would blame herself. That's true. I'm glad I'm not the oldest. I can take it easy, especially since he and I are far apart in age, so the responsibility and expectations are more on him. That's probably true. I'm the youngest of three, so maybe it's easier for me too. You know, it's hard to be the oldest brother or sister. Anyway, I'll be careful what I say and do next week. I'll try not to provoke them by saying something bad. Yeah, thanks. Timothy, can I talk to you now? I have something to tell you. What's wrong? I told you I feel my stomach is bloated this morning, right? The one you mentioned this morning? Yeah, right, your belly looked a little bloated. I've been feeling constipated lately, so I thought something was wrong with my intestines. It's a little embarrassing, but I went to see the doctor. I heard some people go see them for constipation. To the doctor? Is there something wrong? No, it's not like that. I went to the doctor and he told me to go to OBGYN. OBGYN? Yeah, so I went to see them and they said congratulations. What? Are you serious? You're pregnant? The doctor was surprised that I didn't notice. They said it's already grown big enough to know the gender. They said it's a boy. You never had any symptoms before? Don't you usually have morning sickness? I don't think I had morning sickness. But now that I think about it, I was very sleepy recently. But I didn't have any problems. I had a normal appetite. You didn't even notice it until your stomach started to get bigger? I thought it was because of the constipation. If I didn't have it, maybe I wouldn't have noticed. Wait, but when you get pregnant, your period stops, right? You didn't think it was strange? I've always had irregular periods. Sometimes I didn't get my period for a few months, so that's why I never noticed. I'm really glad I found out. Right, but being pregnant, I didn't expect it. You're not happy? Yes, I'm happy. I'm happy. But I just thought about my brother and his wife. Right. You will feel a little awkward. How should I tell them? Maybe you have to be honest. You can't stop a child from growing up. I know. I'm glad we're having a baby. I'm happy too. I feel bad for Abigail, but if we wait for her to get pregnant, I'll be past my childbearing age too. Wouldn't your parents be sad if we didn't have kids? That's true. We can't wait for the right time forever. That's right. So let's just be happy to have a baby now. I'm so glad. Yeah, congratulations. I'll tell my parents about the pregnancy. They're gonna be happy. Yeah, thank you. Hello, Helen? I know I'm late, but congratulations on your pregnancy. Thank you, Abigail. I heard you didn't notice your pregnancy. Is the baby in your belly growing well? I know, right? Yeah, everything seems to be fine. Ah, good. I'm glad to hear that. Yes, I'm relieved too. I know it's going to be tough until the birth, but hang in there. Yes, I'll do my best. Hey, is Timothy with you right now? Timothy? He's not here. He's at work. Is something wrong with him? Oh, he's not there. Good. He won't come home yet, will he? No, he won't be home until after 7 p.m. What's the matter? There's something I have to tell you. It's not very good news for you. Perhaps you're angry, Abigail. I'm sorry. I felt sorry for you too, but... Sorry for what? Because I knew your husband and you are working hard on your fertility treatment. But I got pregnant first, so I'm sorry. That's what you're worried about? I'm not mad. You don't have to wait for me to get pregnant. I thought that's what you would say. That's nothing to do with me. You know what? Hey, when's the due date? You should get divorced before the baby is born. If you can, pack up your stuff and move back to your parents' house now. What? Divorce? What's the matter with you? Why would you suddenly say that? Your in-laws and your husband are all enemies. And my husband, of course, too. Enemies? What are you talking about? What on earth do you mean? They're planning something terrible behind you. A plan? I don't know what you're talking about. The in-laws and my husband, they're going to adopt your baby as our baby after he's born. What? Really? I haven't heard anything about that. They're going to ignore your opinion. They're planning behind your back so that you won't resist. Why would they? Because I couldn't have children. But that doesn't mean... You're going to have a boy, right? They say that he's the perfect one to take over the family. I think they're serious. I'm sorry, it's my fault. But to give away our child, my husband would never allow such a thing. But you know what? He agreed so easily. He said, you're healthy, so you can have another baby. No way. The people in the family you marry into, they think of you as a tool to bear their children. They call me useless every day. That's terrible. My wife is not a tool. That's right. But they don't have any common sense. It's better to have the baby near your parents' house. To be honest, I don't think you can trust anyone, including Timothy. I can't believe my husband would agree so easily. I guess he gets influenced easily by others. He seems to follow his family's words without thinking, and doesn't care about your feelings at all. I never thought he was that heartless. He's a little insensitive, but I didn't think he'd give away our child. My husband is going to give him some money in return. That's why he's so into it. What kind of person is he? So you are against it? Of course I am. Ignoring the mother's opinion and deciding something like this? How evil are they? That's why I had to tell you. Thank you. I definitely don't want to give away my child. Okay, I'm going to go to my parents' house and talk to my husband. I think that's a good idea. Get away as soon as you can. I'll let you know if anything happens. Helen, are you out? It's unusual for you to be out this late. You're coming home, right? Hey, answer me. I'm not coming home anymore. Huh? What are you talking about? Where are you? I'm about to fly. You're getting on a plane? Where the hell are you going? I'm going home to my parents. I'm divorcing you. What the hell is wrong with you? I already know about your plan. You're going to adopt my child to your brother, right? How did you know that? Abigail told me. Abigail? She considered my feelings and told me to run away. Oh, come on. That's why you're divorcing me? That's insane. You think I'm insane? How dare you decide to give them my child without my permission? I can't believe it. Why don't we just have another baby? You said you felt sorry for my brother and his wife because they couldn't have kids. Let's at least give away one of ours. You got to be kidding me. I don't think I'm the one to say this because I'm not your wife, but why don't you protect her at a time like this? Huh? It's me, Abigail. My husband and your parents are assholes, to be honest, and so are you for agreeing to them. You think of your wife as a tool to bear your children. That's not what I think. I wouldn't think Helen is a tool. Then you're simply ignorant. Why won't you have another kid? Don't be stupid. I've worked as an OBGYN nurse for years, and I've seen many women die by giving birth. That's an irregular case, isn't it? I'm sure that medicine has developed a lot now. Childbirth is much safer than it used to be. But human body still works the same way. The burden on pregnant women is still the same today. You're telling her to give a birth like that and give that precious baby to others, and now you want her to have another one? Your wife and the child are not your toys. I didn't mean to call them toys. If you get pregnant with your first child, there's no guarantee that you'll be able to get pregnant with a second one. Maybe you never will. And when that happens, will you be able to keep your mouth shut? A child is not a thing. It's a gift. Above all, for a mother, it's more important than her own life. Of course Helen would be disappointed in you and leave. I just thought it would be better for my brother. I didn't think that far ahead. Such a fool. You're not qualified to be a father. What's more, you're not qualified to be Helen's husband. I don't want to get divorced. Which airport is it? I won't tell you. Anyway, you won't make it even if you drive now. If she gets in trouble regarding this divorce, I'll do everything I can to support her. I have the perfect evidence to fight off your shitty family. Approve? I secretly filmed where you guys were talking about the plan. I've got a good shot of you guys saying all those horrible things like you can make a baby again or make her unresistable. When did you film us? That would prove enough, won't it? With this, even if there's a battle over custody, Helen might have the upper hand. This is an abuse of human rights. I don't want to lose Helen. I can't stand it. I'll never get divorced. You love me that much? Helen? Then why did you allow this shitty plan? I can never trust you again. I can't feel relieved by staying with you. That's why I have no choice but to divorce you. Helen, wait. I'm sorry I didn't consider your feelings and made a shallow decision. I'm sorry I said you could have another baby so easily. There's no love towards you anymore. I'll raise the baby on my own. Then I'll come see you. I'll go apologize in person. My father and grandpa will kill you if you come. We all are furious with you. My grandpa is going through his old contacts to find me a good lawyer. My whole family will fight against you guys. I'm not gonna fight you. Then just accept the divorce and give up the custody. Why don't we all talk about this? Come back here. Let's talk about this peacefully. I'm not going to get into the enemy territory. I don't want anything to happen to my baby. I'm not your enemy. It's our house. I'm asking you to come back to our house. It's not safe for me there either. So I'm not coming back. Unlike you, I'm taking action to protect my child. To me, your parents, brother, and you are all enemies. Don't think of me as a tool that you can use to your advantage, okay? After that, I officially divorced my husband and declared that I would have custody of the child. Sure enough, my in-laws were fighting me for the custody. Actually, I was expecting this to happen. My grandpa and parents provided me with a good lawyer, and I had the evidence from my sister-in-law. My in-laws put their own interest first, and the lawsuit that they ignore my feelings and try to take away my child has been approved, so I was able to get the custody. My husband was so devastated because he lost me and shut himself down. Now he blames his parents and brother for my loss, and he's in a lot of trouble with his parents. Meanwhile, my brother-in-law and his wife divorced after us. Abigail has remarried a man who understands infertility, and they're living happily together. I'm also living happily with my parents, grandparents, and my child.